Good morning, everyone. I am Emma Rosanandan Simira from BSHM 1101. And for today's video, we will tackle about how to eliminate risk and hazard in hospitality industry. So, here's my infographic. So, before we start, we must know what is the hazard and risk. So, the first one is the hazard. A hazard is a potential source of harm. Substances, events, or circumstance can constitute hazard when their nature would allow them, even just theoretically, to cause damage to health, property, or any other interest involved. So the next one is the risk. In simple terms, risk is the possibility of something bad happening. Risk involves uncertainty about the effects, implications of an activity with respect to something that humans value, often focusing on negative, undesirable consequences. Many different definitions have been proposed. I have 5 hazards and how to prevent it. So, the first one is the slip, trips, and falls. Kitchen often have numerous slip, trip, and fall risks created by human error, meaning you and others need to focus closely on proper safety practices in housekeeping. Slip, trip, and fall hazards include floor contamination such as spillage of water, sauce, oil, and flour. Wet floors from cleaning, obstruction in walkways including trailing cables, boxes, and crates, bins, cleaning equipment, and etc. Uneven worm down or loose flooring. Using a ladder to access high pantry shelves and standing in a truck unload deliveries. Preventing floor contamination is critical as people constantly moving around at their feet. Sometimes, while transporting hot food that could spill onto them if they fell. So, to minimize slip, trip, and falls hazard, you should carry out good housekeeping. Clean spillages and move obstruction out of walkways right away. Take extra care while cleaning. Avoid cleaning puddles behind and make sure the cleaning materials you are using are correct for the type of floor in your kitchen. Dry mop where possible to eliminate risk altogether. Keep cables out of walkways. Use the nearest plug socket for appliances. Report any issues. With the flooring of work activities that are generating hazards when they are shooting, for example, leaking equipment. So the last one is using ladders in accordance with safety instruction. Rest ladder on a firm, level surface and only use them per up to 30 minutes. Do not lift more than 10 kg up a ladder. So, improper storage. If not properly stored in shelf and fridge, object could fall from height onto people, while food could become unsafe to use over time. Store correctly, you should store heavy items no higher than waist height, and use a step ladder. You must access higher shelves. So you don't have to reach above your head. Follow the ladder safely. So the next one is to store food in the fridge safely. Ready-to-eat food on the top, raw meat, poultry, and fish on the bottom, and fruits and vegetable in the bottom drawer. Keep food in containers for further separations and don't overload the fridge. Check best before and use by dates on stock regularly. Keep allergenic ingredients well away from non-allergenic ones. Ensure the temperature of the fridge is between 0 to 5 Celsius and the freezer is below 18 degrees Celsius. Fire and electrical hazard. You regularly use electrical equipment and naked flames in a kitchen. Fire and electricity are a serious danger. They can cause burns and shocks on your body. Take extreme care when working around naked flames or electric stoves. Check appliances and equipment's cables and plugs are signs of damage. Clean up and spill chemicals immediately. Use electrical equipment and appliances only for intended purpose. Keep electrical appliances away from water and do not overload socket outlets. Never attempt to repair electrical equipment yourself and turn off all electrical equipment, stoves, and ovens. So, preventing finger cuts. Use a knife for its intended purposes. Keep knife sharps. Know the proper way to walk with the knife. Use personal protective equipment like cut-resistant gloves or stainless steel mesh gloves. If you're using cutting board, you should be secured. So, burns. About 14% of incidents in restaurants result in burns and scalds. The most common causes are spilling or splashing of hot liquid and contact with hot surface. So, to prevent burns, don't wear loose-fitted clothing near open flames from the stove. Always use pot holders and oven mitts that are in good condition when removing hot pans or pots from the stove. Do not leave pot holders, oven mitts, or other flammable materials near the stove when it's on. Don't overfill pots with water or other liquid to keep them from boiling water. Always use a lid or mesh screen over pots and pans on the stove to avoid hot grease splatter. Don't lean directly over pots when removing the lid. The steam could be scalding. And the last one is, don't leave food that's still cooking unattended, especially fried or grilled foods. Enforce proper knife storage. Have a specific place for storing knives, like a magnetic wall rack, knife block, or a drawer for knives, only with the knife blades covered. Use a knife for its intended purposes. Keep the knife sharp, and dull blade has a tendency to slip. Know the proper way to walk with the knife. Carry the knife with the blade away from the body and the tip pointing down.